Yes, students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you would be safe and sound inside your homes. That students, you are, if you are confident about your success, you must move to some coaching centers for physical mode of teaching. I'm talking about class 11th students who appeared some in the class 10th examinations a month ago. Better is to, if you are confident about your success, move to the coaching centers for physical mode of teaching so that you can cover a major portion of your syllabus before the actual mode of the teaching when the schools will reopen after the winter vacations. That students, this digital platform can't be the substitute for the actual mode of the teaching because it is a novel experience for all, for teachers as well as students. And virtual mode can't be the substitute because huge chunk of not huge chunk of students, all students need physically teacher in front of them to learn the things well. Face-to-face interaction is must, and we should have a live interaction. That is the way of teaching in actual. Their students of 10th to 12th today we are dealing with the very important topic, that is the change of narration for interrogative sentences. Dear students, first of all, you need to know what are the interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence are those sentences in which simply questions are asked. For example, where is your father? Where do you live? What is the name of the doctor that passed away yesterday? So these are the examples of the questions. Are you can you jump? Can you read English fictions? These are the questions. So simply you have to keep in the mind that interrogative sentences are those sentences that are in which questions are asked and they end with a question mark. But there are two types of the questions. Two types of the questions. The questions that start with helping verbs or modal auxiliaries, and questions that start with WH. For example, does Aslam live here? Is a question that starts with modal auxiliary and her primary auxiliary does. Can you jump? This is a modal auxiliary. It starts with can. Could you jump? Will you close the door? Uh, this, these are the examples of the questions that start with the modal verbs, or we can say helping verbs or modal auxiliaries. But there is a set of questions that start with WH questions. The WH, for example, where do you live? Where was Akbar born? Uh, when did America attack Japan? These are the questions that start with WH. But when we change direct speech into indirect speech in case of questions, when questions, what we have to do, what rule we have to follow. So it is now in your mind that two types of the questions are there. The questions that start with the modal auxiliaries and questions that start with WH. Or they are called yes no type questions and full answer type question. For example, does Ram live here? It can be answered in yes or no. Can you jump? It can be answered in yes or no. Where do you live? It can't be answered in yes or no. When Mughal Empire Akbar died, it can't be answered in yes or no. The two types of the questions are here: yes no type questions and full answer type questions. In yes no type questions, you have to use a separate conjunction, and in WH questions, you have to use the conjunction from which the question has started. Now, taking examples. Ram said to me, does Aslam live here? Ram said to me, does Aslam live here? First of all, you need to know that direct speech has two parts. One is called the reporting verb, another is called reporting speech, and reporting speech is separated from reporting verb by comma, where the actual words of the speaker are put in inverted commas. But remember, reporting verb as well as reporting speech contains a verb. Ram said to me, does Aslam live here? Here, said to will get changed into asked because it's a question. He's asking something. Ram said to me, Ram asked me, does Aslam live here? It can be answered in yes, no type. So, but or it has started with helping verb does. So you have to use conjunction if or whether in order to change it from direct to indirect. Ram asked me if Aslam lived here. If Aslam lived here. Ram asked me if Aslam lived here or whether Aslam lived here. Simply you have to keep in the mind if it is in the yes no type question or it question has started with the model auxiliaries, you have to insert conjunction if or whether. Take one more example. Kharshid said to me, can I jump? The same question can be answered in yes or no. For example, if a person asks me, can you read? I can answer yes or no. Can you teach? Yes or no. So Kharshid said to me, can I jump? Kharshid asked me if I could jump or whether I could jump. So yes no type question is there. You have to insert conjunction if or whether when you change direct speech into indirect speech. Now take one more example. Ram said to me, where do you live? Ram said to me, where do you live? Ram said to me, where do you live? It is not yes no type question. The question has started with WH. Question has started with WH. So said to here will get changed into asked, and the conjunction would be here that by which the question has started WH. Ram asked me where I lived. Where I lived. You have to change it according to the tense. According to tense. You have to first recognize the tense of the reporting verb. If it is in the present tense or in the future tense, there would be no change. If it is in the past tense, then accordingly there would be change in the reporting speech. Dear students, this is the in brief how you can change direct speech into indirect speech in case of क्वेश्चंस और इंटरागेटिव सेंटेंस नाउ इट्स उर्दू मेरे बच्चों इंटरागेटिव सेंटेंस वो सेंटेंस होते हैं जिसमें सवाल पूछे जाते हैं लेकिन सवाल दो किस्म के होते हैं एक होते हैं जो हेल्पिंग वर्ब से स्टार्ट होते हैं जैसे डज से कैन से इज से विल से वुड से और दूसरे क्वेश्चंस होते हैं जो डब्ल्यू एच से स्टार्ट होते हैं जैसे वायर व्हेन व्हाट हुज हु यहाँ से स्टार्ट होते हैं और जो क्वेश्चन हेल्पिंग वर्ब से स्टार्ट होते हैं ये येस नो टाइप क्वेश्चन होते हैं नहीं इनका जवाब जो होता है ये येस और नो में दे सकते हैं तो इनको जब हम डायरेक्ट से इनडायरेक्ट में लाना है तो इसके लिए रूल अलग है इसके लिए कंजक्शन अलग है और जब डब्ल्यू एच क्वेश्चन को चेंज करना है डायरेक्ट से इनडायरेक्ट इसके लिए अलग रूल है फॉर एग्जाम्पल राम सैड टू मी डज असलम लिव हियर ये जो क्वेश्चन है ये येस और नो में इसका आंसर आ जाएगा डज असलम लिव हियर येस और नो बट जब इसको हमें चेंज करना होता है डायरेक्ट से इनडायरेक्ट राम आस्कड में क्यों तब्दील हो जाएगा क्योंकि ये क्वेश्चन है इफ असलम लिव्ड हियर तो हेल्पिंग वर्ब से जो स्टार्ट होता है इसमें आपको कंजक्शन इस्तेमाल करना है इफ और वेदर राम आस्कड मी वायर डू यू लिव ये डब्ल्यू एच से स्टार्ट होता है इसमें यही डब्ल्यू एच कंजक्शन बनेगा राम आस्कड मी वायर आई लिव्ड तो इस तरह हम इंट्रागेटिव सेंटेंसेस का नरेशन चेंज कर सकते हैं इंट्रागेटिव सेंटेंसेस को डायरेक्ट से इनडायरेक्ट में तब्दील करते हैं Dear students, hope you might have grasped the concept. In case of any query or confusion that may strike your mind after watching this video, you can call me on 7006671106 or WhatsApp me on the same number. Better is to see these things on your available English reference books to learn the things well. I am also not English teacher. I am shouldering task to teach you English in absence of the English teacher where I am posted. Better is to consult an English teacher in the coaching center to learn the things well. But important thing is that you have to work hard, you have to remain busy with the books to take your boat to the bank. Thanks. Be well, asset.